rushing me. Looks like we're in a hurry or something.
Welcome back to Bourbon Country Reacts with
Dorito eating Dustin.
Dustin, the destroyer of Doritos.
Really? That's where we're gonna go? Dustin the destroyer? Really?
Of Doritos. No, not Gorlak.
Uh-huh.
Dustin.
Gorlak is what you were thinking. What a dick.
So,
All right.
Some of y'all know what we're talking about. The real stuff, you don't Google it.
Don't. Don't.
Really don't.
Don't.
I'm Keith. I'm kind of the music.
And I'm the bourbon guy, but
music.
this is a whiskey.
Music or bourbon?
I think we've actually had this.
Does that have kanji on the front?
What's kanji?
Like Japanese characters.
Yeah.
So this is probably not North American.
Probably not. I think people are starting to break the rules.
I know. You know what we ought to do when people break the rules?
What?
We should break the rules.
No.
And react to a rock song.
We just pick it?
Yeah.
That's rude. They sent us a bottle. But what's funny about this one is, I'm going to give you, guess who it's from?
I do not know.
Skipper.
Okay, so Skipper sent us some kind of sake or something?
Japanese plum-flavored whiskey.
Have we had this before and was it really, really weird?
Really early on.
Right. Like
Joanna got us this. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember what we're in for.
Mm-hmm. So, Skipper also sent us the really bad sake.
Right.
So I think he's got a thing for Japanese stuff. Are you in Japan?
If he's in Japan, that kind of makes it acceptable,
That
right?
does. So that's why I'm asking.
Maybe he is.
Maybe he is. But Skipper sent us a bribe. Thank you, Skipper. Even though you're breaking the rules, thank you.
And I'm telling you, man, we're going to start throwing our own songs in when people break the rules.
You heard it here first.
I'm going to do it, man.
Don't do it this
Y'all
time.
are going to be checking out some really weird Avenged Sevenfold.
Dude, maybe we could pick some Jason Isbell. We haven't had him in a while.
We could do that, or we could do Little Piece of Heaven. Na, 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 na.
Just saying.
I always knew that my little crown would be cold. That's why I got a heater for her thighs, and I know.
I know the song. I was trying to ignore it. I'm trying to stab you, too.
Slinging metal shards.
Shrapnel.
Shrapnel.
Literally.
Let me go get my plates.
Will those help forget shrapnel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Here's your pear brandy.
Okay. So the song that
Whiskey. It's a whiskey.
The song that came with this.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Rodney Atkins.
Yeah.
We've done like 3 Rodney Atkins songs so far. I think we liked them. I don't think they knocked our socks off, but I think we liked them.
What were they?
I've already closed the search window, so I don't know.
Okay.
Don't quite remember.
Music guy doesn't remember.
The music guy doesn't remember. But this one is cleaning.
I remember the whiskey, obviously.
Yeah. Well, this one is cleaning this gun.
Okay.
Which
We've done that.
the song or clean the gun?
Yeah. The gun.
Right.
Clean it. Gun cleaning party.
So I've like had people tell me, "Oh, I love cleaning my guns. It's so relaxing." I'm like, you have never had to clean a gun and turn it into a freaking Marine Corps armory, because the first 3 times you spent 4 hours cleaning a gun. The first time you go, no way, go away.
Ever.
So about the 3rd time, you've got a chance of them going over every square millimeter of that rifle with a white Q-tip, and if they find the slightest touch of gray, oh no, go away.
Try again.
So you wind up with 12-hour days outside an armory in the sun.
Cleaning a gun. Cleaning the same gun, even.
It gets old.
Do you get it clean when you get it?
Well, it's however, because it's your rifle. You check it into the armory, you get the same rifle back.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Well, the reason is it's got your dope on it.
Ah.
So,
Okay.
and the idea, because everybody,
Tell them why you call it the dope.
well, no, it's like, it's data on personal equipment is what I've heard it described as.
But it's basically...
It's your elevation and windage, so you hit the bullseye. A lot of people don't realize that every shooter is very likely to have different settings on the optics to shoot a bullseye. And the reason most people don't know that is they've never shot any real precision.
Or maybe even zeroed in a gun.
Most of them have zeroed it in, but they're thinking minute of pie plate, right?
Okay.
So a lot of guys, I'll see these guys at the range all the time. So they'll shoot a group this big at 100 yards and say, that's a great rifle. Because it's going to work for them on a deer, right?
Yeah.
But when the real shooter gets down on the range, and he doesn't put 3 rounds in a group this big, he puts 10 in a group that big. And he walks away happy.
That's a good rifle.
Right? If he shoots this, he's probably going to pull the bolt out of the rifle and leave it in the trash can and go home. Anyway, we have digressed quite a bit.
But let's listen to the
Cleaning
song.
this gun. Got kind of an ominous vibe there.
The Declaration of Independence. Think I could tell you that first sentence, but then I'm lost. I can't begin to count the theories I've had pounded in my head that I forgot. I don't remember all that Spanish or the Gettysburg Address, but there is one speech from high school I'll never forget. Come on in, boys, sit on down and tell me about yourself. So you like my daughter, do you now? Yeah, we think she's something else. She's her daddy's girl, her mama's world. She deserves respect, that's what she'll get. Ain't it, son? They all run along and have some fun. I'll see you when you get back, bet I'll be up all night, still cleaning this gun.
Did that shit to my sister.
What? Really?
She brought some boy home.
You didn't like the cut of his jib?
I didn't know anything about him. I just thought it'd be funny as shit. I was just back from drill. Like, hadn't showered, still in camis, smelled like a fucking goat. Still
You
had...
guys should be on this end of the camera. He still smells like a fucking goat.
Lies. Still had like the remnants of camo paint on my face and crap like that, right?
Yeah.
So I just looked like a ghoul. Kid comes in, I size of dinner because I knew he was coming. I went and got my AR because I obviously didn't have my issue rifle with me. That was in the armory after 4 freaking tries trying to get it back in. So I went and got my AR and had it out there. I was cleaning it, and he came in. I'm like, "What's up?"
What a dick.
Little puddle.
How did your sister feel about that?
Annoyed. Most of what I did, she was annoyed about.
Then your purpose was you went you got what you're going for.
Yeah, usually. Poor girl.
Cleaning this gun. Well, now that I'm a father, scared to death one day my daughter is gonna find that teenage boy I used to be. That seems to have just one thing on his mind.
Going to the movies, right?
She's growing up so fast it won't be long before I'll have to put the fear of God into some kid at the door. Yeah, come on in, boy, sit on down and tell me about yourself. yourself. So you like my daughter, do you now? Yeah, we think she's something else. She's her daddy's girl, her mama's world. She deserves respect, that's what she'll get. Now ain't it, son? They all go out and have some fun. I'll see you when you get back, probably be up all night, still cleaning this gun. Now it's all for show, ain't nobody gonna get hurt. It's just a daddy thing, hey, believe me, man, it works. Yeah, come on in, boy, sit on down and tell me about yourself. So you like my daughter, do you now? Yeah, we think she's something else. She's her daddy's girl, her mama's world. She deserves respect, that's what she'll get. Ain't it, son? Yeah, I'll run along and have a little fun. I'll see you when you get back, probably be up all night, still cleaning this gun. Son, now y'all buckle up and have her back by 10. Let's say about 9:30. Drive safe.
Dude, the whole video, I was picturing Bender.
Oh, God.
Right?
Yeah.
Dude, he needs to listen to this song, I think.
He probably knows it.
You think?
Yeah, I think he listens to some country, so he probably knows it.
Dude.
So the guy I was actually thinking about, really any girl dad on planet Earth, this song's for him. But guy I was thinking about is my buddy Will back in West Virginia. Were those shots fired or fireworks?
I think they were fireworks.
So
They're pretty.
yeah, if they were shots fired, they were engaged.
Yeah.
So he's one of the deadliest human beings I know. He's the guy, remember I told you that we were on the range and
Different one, right?
different Will.
Okay.
We were on the range and I came from concealment. Fastest I'd ever been, got on target. I was consistently in 0.9 of a second from concealment.
Yes.
Up, out, on
Right.
target and getting a hit.
Yeah.
0.9 seconds, which objectively is blistering
That's
fast.
quick. That's
right?
quick, like, yeah.
Most people
Out of cover.
Most people are like 2.5 seconds, right? And so I was getting 0.9. Was faster than Will that day.
That day.
Will spent the next 30 days on the range after work until dark. This dude came back to shoot with us the next time a month later
Were you still faster?
at 0.65 from concealment and on target.
Just a hair over half a second?
Beep. I mean,
Is he lightning fast?
he was actually so fast that watching him is kind of like magician sleight of hand stuff.
You're like,
Did he move? How did he get from here to there? I didn't
Yeah.
see it.
he's
He
a girl
has
dad?
2 beautiful daughters.
Oh, man.
And I kept thinking, and lived at the time, he's moved now, but at the time lived in very rural West Virginia.
Oh,
And I had to
man.
tell him, you know, because there are plenty of mine shafts. And I had to tell him, well, the first one's a tragedy. The second is an awful coincidence. But that third one is a disturbing trend. So try to get the message through with the second one at least.
I can see you saying some shit like that.
Not as bad as what my cousin did. He's a girl dad. And also a pretty deadly human being.
Okay.
He just one day didn't say a word. Girls, get in the car. Drove 2 hours to the middle of nowhere. got out, dug a 6-foot hole.
No.
Did not say a word.
Are you shitting me?
Got back in the car and drove home. When the girls asked, what was it? He just, all nothing. And I'm like, dude, you're sick. And he goes, no. He says, I promise you they told at least one friend. Each of them told at least one friend. And it is all over that school now.
My daddy went out into the middle of the woods and he just dug a hole.
It was like grave sized. He's kind of twisted though.
Yeah, I'm just glad Connor's a boy.
Yeah, oh
That's
God.
all I'm saying. Right?
I would have stacked little snots like me all over the place.
But you know what? My biggest struggle is right now?
What's that?
I can't get it through Andrea's head that we need to get him a shirt that says "I'm with stupid."
At his age, it's true.
Literally.
It is absolutely
There's
true.
one thing he's thinking with.
Well, you did too. So did
That's
we
how
all
I know.
did. Yeah, we all
Right?
did.
So,
I'm going to say something about this that might surprise you.
what?
Because I knew what I was in for,
Yes.
and I wasn't blindsided by it,
Yep.
I actually kind of like it.
It's better. It is. It's absolutely better. Yes.
So it's much sweeter
Mm-hmm.
than I think I would typically, and lower proof than what I would typically want to drink.
Yeah.
But the last time I was so what the hell is this that I really trounced it, I think. I'd have to go back and look, but I was probably pretty rough on it.
I don't think we trounced it because it's not bad. It's just way different than bourbon.
It's definitely not bourbon.
Right. It's like, what would you do? So it's not bad, right? But it's not something we would reach for.
It's almost schnapps sweet.
Yeah.
It's got some interesting florals in it,
Yep. That,
but that's all you get is
that pear comes out.
very powerful pear in
Or
it.
plum. No, plum.
Yeah. Very powerful plum. There are some florals in the initial.
Yeah, but the plum finish,
It's all plum all the time back there
Yeah.
on the finish. Yeah.
and you'd have to be plum crazy if you didn't think that.
Yeah. It's strong. And not high proof. What's this? 60 proof? Can't be.
Survey says you're pretty damn good at this. There's no way he could read this.
No.
61.
All right.
That's pretty damn good.
You know what I was going off of?
What?
Schnapps, which is typically 40.
Oh.
And I thought it's got a little more
Right.
than schnapps.
And so we wouldn't reach for this. It's not really a mixer. I could see Andrea mixing it.
You know what it's kind of analogous to?
What?
All those flavored moonshines that are on the shelves.
Yeah, but those are usually higher proof.
No, they're not. They're usually right about there.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
They're
They should
usually
not be called moonshine then.
they're usually between 40 and 60
That's-
because they put the stuff in them and it proves them down.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's not moonshine.
It'll get you in trouble though, because 60 proof has more alcohol in it than you realize when you're drinking it.
Well, yeah, if we drank that whole bottle, we'd be fit-shaced. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's true.
Yeah. So enjoyed the song. Quite an anthem for girl dads.
Yep.
Glad I'm not one.
Skipper, you girl dad?
He might be. Girl dad with an arsenal.
You're still cleaning that gun, aren't you?
And a map of mine shafts around the county.
Nobody's been in this one for a while. He's got trail cams on them just to make sure.
All right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, give us a like. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Drop down in the comments. Tell us what country music we need to check out. Tell us what North American whiskeys we need to try. And we'll see you next time.
See you.